Oh, it's finally here, the Fullmetal Alchemist board game, and let's go straight in to an unboxing. So, this is Fullmetal Alchemist, the Promised Day board game. Now, this takes place at the back end of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, when all of the heroes are all teamed up together to take on the big bad guy and save Central City from all of the forces of evil. So, first of all, this game comes with rulebooks in multiple languages, which is pretty cool. I was a little bit apprehensive at first, panicking about, you know, the because it's originally a Japanese game, and I thought the translation for the rulebooks might be a little bit iffy, but we're really good. And obviously, we speak English, so we have the English one. These ones, Japanese, German, and French, they can go to the side. Right, so rulebook. We're not going to go into the details of how the game plays. This is simply an unboxing. I will be doing future videos on setting up the game and how to play, and also a full playthrough as well. But it's nice to see a full colour rulebook. Pretty short rulebook as well. Pretty short rulebook. Now, I have played this on Tabletop Simulator on Steam. Very, very fun game. Tower defense game. But anyway, enough of that. We'll have a look at the components. So, first of all, if we just slide that onto there, yeet this out of the way, we will look at that in a second. Right, so we have cardboard sprue, and we have 3 of the 6 playable characters. So these are the alchemists. We've got Edward Elric, his brother Alphonse Elric, and Colonel Roy Mustang. Now, these are the end caps of the game, and if you flip them over, we have the completed transmutation circle side. That will make sense if you're a Fullmetal Alchemist fan anyway, and it will make more sense when we go into a playthrough of the game. So that's sprue number 1. Next one, we have the other 3 characters, and these are the non-alchemists. We've got Lieutenant Reza Hawkeye, we've got Greed, the homunculus, or Prince Ling, and we have the bad boy Scar. Next, we have the main forces of evil. These are the mannequin soldiers, and then we have the boss tokens as well. So we have Zolf J. Kimberly, and then 4 of the homunculi. I'm not sure why they added Zolf Kimberly and not one of the other homunculus, but again, it's at the back end of Fullmetal Alchemist, so I guess it makes sense. Next, we have the turn tracker symbol there, which is an alchemist pocket watch, and then this simply shows how many players in the game compared to how many actions per turn they get to take. Less players, more actions, you know, so it kind of like evens it out, I guess. And if we flip these over, these are the boss counters. So we have Salim Bradley with his special ability. Again, we'll go into that when we play the game. Not Salim Bradley, that is Wrath Fuhrer President King Bradley. There's Salim Bradley. We have Zolf J. Kimberly, the Crimson Alchemist, or the Red Lotus Alchemist, I think he's called, depending on the translation. We have Envy, one of the homunculi, and finally the big, brutish, but very fast Sloth. So that's all of the sprue. Next, we'll move that out of the way. Right, here we go. So this is the board. We'll take a look at this last, I think, because it's quite an interesting shape for a board. Now, unfortunately, my copy has succumbed to some damage, but it's absolutely fine. These are the player reference cards, which we will track health and all of the abilities of the characters. Now, they are double-sided. We've got English and Japanese on this one, and I've already moved the French and German ones. We won't be using those anyway. So we've got Edward Elric, Alphonse, Roy Mustang, that's the alchemists, and then we have Reza Hawkeye with her own abilities, a little bit different to the alchemists. We've got Greed and Prince Ling, and we have Scar. Now, these are really nice card. I'm going to, I like to sleeve my games. This is a bit of an issue, but I'll get there. Next, we have some tokens. So these are the health tokens for the playable characters and the Philosopher's Stone kind of tokens for the health of the bad guys. So we'll get those out of the way there. Next, we will grab these decks, so we need to bust these open as well. So we've got a deck for the homunculus boss cards. Flip it over, there's Edward Elric, and that is one of his 16 cards for his deck. So each playable character has a deck of 16 cards focusing on attacks and abilities that kind of cater to that character. It's very basic, but it does make sense. That's the damage you deal, that's the range you can do the damage. So that's an up-close, punchy kind of attack for Edward there. So we've got this as well. This is Reza Hawkeye. Again, she uses a gun, so range, damage, flip it over, and then we have the cards for the homunculus events. And next, if we grab this one, the smaller cards, these will be nice and easy to sleeve. These are the mannequin soldier reinforcement cards. So we draw these each turn and we place more mannequin soldiers onto the board. And on the opposite side of this deck, we have Maria Ross there, and this is one of the companion cards. So these are kind of reward cards. You can use companions to gain benefits. This one here, for instance, will heal one character 2 health or 2 characters 1 health each. And you as players, because it's a fully cooperative game, you'll decide how to dish out these cards. So let's bust open these packs of cards and take a look at the full decks. Okay, so here we have all of the decks separated and bust open. So we'll start with the Homunculus event cards. We'll flip these over. So these symbols, again, won't make any sense at the minute, but we've got some nice artwork pulled straight from the anime, and then the symbols that the rulebook will explain as well. There's Father, looking menacing. There's the God level Father. Lovely. So those are the Homunculus event cards. Next we'll have the boss cards. Flip those over. And again, we've got some nice artworks. There's King Bradley. We've got Sloth. We've got Envy. Salim Bradley. Or Pride, we can call him. And then we've got Solf J. Kimberley as well. Next, we'll go on to the bonus cards. So these are the allies you can summon in the game. Let's see if I can test my knowledge now. So we have Maria Ross. We have Jean Havoc. We have La Lanfan. We have Old Man Fu. We have the Armstrong. So we've got Louis Armstrong and General Olivier Armstrong. We've got Winry. The artwork is really nice. We've got Hohenheim. We have Sig and teacher Izuma Curtis. We have Mei Chang. And we have the absolute lad, Black Hayate. So that's the deck of allies. And let's move on to the characters. So we'll start with the main man himself, got Edward Elric. So again, these are all of the attack cards that you get to use in the game. We have different ranges, different damages. And the colours and the symbols will make sense when we go into how to play it, especially the 2 halves of the alchemist circle there. That's a special attack in the game. So we'll go through these. I do like these. So 16 cards each, 4 different colours. That's the yellows. So we've got red, blue, yellow, and then finally we have some green cards. So that is Edward's deck. Let's have a look at Alphonse. So again, oh, I love that one. That's such a good part in the anime. Salim Bradley attack. There's the reds. Blue taking some big damage there. Somber. Throwing a punch. Alchemy. I remember that one. That's from Leo with the fake priest. Father Cornello, I think. And then into the green ones. Right, we've got Mustang. A lot. What a card to turn over straight away. His defining moment in the anime. Really nice. A lot of people's favourite character as well, because Mustang is an absolute unit. Onto the yellows. Hoping the glare doesn't ruin this, guys. I do apologise. And then onto the greens. Again, that's fighting Lust. Beautiful. Right, we'll go straight into Reza Hawkeye. Lots of ranged attacks for Reza. I think there's 1 or 2 that are close combat, because she can throw a punch as well, being a soldier. But yeah, Reza seems to be a support character for long range attacks. And then into green. And then we have Prince Ling. Oh, Greed, sorry. Yeah, same person. Nice. They've chosen some really nice stills from the anime for these cards. I'm liking them. Yellows, and then through to the greens. And then finally, we have Scar, the badass himself. Again, some really, really nice shots from the anime. Fullmetal Brotherhood still holds up superbly in terms of animation. And in terms of narrative, without a doubt, my all-time favourite anime. Nothing comes close. Right, and that's Scar. So that's all of the cards of the game. So I think it's time to bust out the board. Okay, so this is the board, all unfolded and good to go. It comes in one piece. I thought this was going to be a few separate pieces that you just meshed together. But there's a space for all of the bosses, spaces for all of the mannequin soldiers, and again, we'll get to all of that when we do a playthrough. And the final piece of this game, if we move the board away, if I can fold it away nicely, is the sideboard, which holds all of the cards as we play. So we have the boss cards go there, we've got the deck for the mannequin soldiers, we have event cards dropping there, and then spaces to place mannequin soldiers as the game progresses to make it more difficult. all in all, I am very, very happy with this. The card stock is quite thick. It's really nice. I am going to be playing this a lot. It's built nicely. It doesn't feel like a silly little board game cash-in. But anyway, that is the unboxing of Fullmetal Alchemist: The Promised Day, a Square-Enix game. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Stick around. Within the next few days, I should hopefully be putting up the setup and how to play this game, and then I will release a full playthrough, potentially solo, but maybe with some friends on Tabletop Simulator. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome one. I'll see you in the next video very soon.